Get ready. The portal opens tomorrow. If today feels mentally charged, electric with ideas and buzzing with social energy, it's because the moon is still moving through Aquarius. But something deeper is stirring beneath the surface. A powerful, silent undercurrent is beginning to draw our awareness inward, toward a more sensitive, mysterious, and transformative space. Profound change is on the horizon. Tomorrow, July the 13th, the moon, our emotional body, our receptacle of feelings, leaves the realm of the mind and dives into its ancestral home, the primordial and boundless waters of Pisces. And in doing so, it opens a rift in the fabric of reality. Starting tomorrow, and for the following 48 hours, the veil between our world and the great ocean of the soul becomes thinner than at any other time of the month. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, the repository of all dreams, fears, memories, and the collective wisdom of humanity. It is the ocean of the unconscious, the place where logic dissolves and magic becomes real. Most people will feel this energy only as an unexplained tiredness, a skin-deep sensitivity, a melancholy, or a desire to escape reality. They will feel the waves, but they won't know they can dive to find treasures. They will feel the door opening in their psyche, but they won't know they can consciously walk through it. But you will know. This transmission is your map to this portal. It is a guide so that you are not just carried away by the tide of sensitivity, but so that you become a conscious diver, an explorer of your own inner seas. I will show you how to use this rare window of time to decipher the messages of your dreams, to hear the voice of your intuition with crystal clarity, and to access a deep emotional healing that only the waters of Pisces can offer. It is an opportunity to wash away old hurts and to fish for the wisdom that your soul yearns to deliver to you. The choice is yours. You can spend the next few days feeling emotionally overwhelmed, confused and vulnerable. Or you can use this period as a spiritual retreat, a sacred opportunity to reconnect with your deepest wisdom and your inner compass. To become a conscious diver, the first thing you must do is learn to recognize the subtle signs that the ocean sends before inviting you into the depths. We need to validate the symptoms of the glimpse, the first signs that the portal is already beginning to influence your perception. These signs are not loud or dramatic. They are like the changing of the tide, subtle, silent, but immensely powerful. They are the whispers from the ocean of your soul, drawing your attention inward, away from the noise of the world. If you have been feeling a bit different in the last few days, a little out of sync with material reality, more tired, more dreamy, it is likely you are already feeling the effects of this portal opening. Let's detail these symptoms, these glimpses through the veil, so you can recognize them for what they truly are, a calling. The first and most overwhelming symptom is an amplified psychic sensitivity. The energetic boundaries that normally separate you from the world become thinner, more porous. Suddenly, you walk into a room and you can feel the atmosphere of the place, whether it is light or heavy. You talk to a friend, and even if they are smiling and saying everything is fine, you feel the sadness behind their eyes. You watch the news, and the world's pain seems to become your own pain. You are moved by a song, a movie, a work of art in a way you haven't felt for a long time. This happens because Pisces is the sign of unity, of universal compassion, of the understanding that we are all drops in the same ocean. When the moon, our emotional body, is here, it loses its logical defenses. You become a psychic sponge. This is not a weakness. It is your empathy becoming a superpower. But it is a superpower that, if not understood, can lead to burnout, to the feeling of carrying the emotional weight of the world on your shoulders. The second symptom occurs when you close your eyes and surrender to sleep. The portal of Pisces has its strongest and most direct connection to our world through dreams. In the coming days, your dream world may become more vivid, stranger, more symbolic, and at times more lucid. Don't be surprised if you remember your dreams with unusual clarity. Pay attention to what they show you. You may have prophetic dreams, glimpsing events or conversations that manifest in the following days. You might have nightmares or intense dreams, which are not meant to scare you, but are your subconscious doing a cleansing, processing old fears or traumas so they can be released. Or, more commonly, you might have dreams full of symbolic messages, animals that speak to you, repeating numbers, vibrant colors, places you've never seen. Do not dismiss these dreams as random. They are your subconscious taking advantage of the direct connection to the ocean of the soul to deliver information, to process emotions, and to catalyze deep healing. Your dream world temporarily becomes a classroom and a sacred temple. The third symptom is a strong and almost irresistible impulse for withdrawal, a sudden desire to cancel social plans, to turn off the phone, to be in silence, to step away from the noise and demands of the outer world. Small talk can become almost physically painful. You might feel a need to just stay home, listen to music, watch movies, or simply do nothing at all. Do not confuse this with depression or antisocial behavior. It is your soul asking for the silence and space needed to hear the subtle messages arriving through the portal. It is a need to empty your cup so that it can be filled with the wisdom of the waters of Pisces. And finally, the fourth symptom, the most magical of all. Your intuition becomes louder and clearer. You think of someone, and minutes later, that person calls or texts you. You have a gut feeling about which route to take in traffic and discover you avoided a major jam. Synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, and déjà vu become more frequent. It is your inner compass, your soul's GPS, which normally whispers, now speaking in a slightly louder tone. The universe is showing you that there is another way to navigate life, a way that doesn't depend only on logic and planning, but on trusting the flow and your connection to the whole. Sensitivity, dreams, solitude, and synchronicity. If you are feeling any of these signs, understand that you are not losing touch with reality. On the contrary, you are gaining contact with a deeper, more subtle, and truer reality. Recognizing these glimpses is the first step, but to truly use this portal for healing and wisdom, we need to understand its mechanics. What is this ocean of the soul exactly? Why does the moon in Pisces give us access to it? What is the sacred architecture of this dream portal? The architecture of this portal is ancient, fluid, and deeply feminine. It is built by the union of two of the greatest powers of our inner universe, the moon, our receptive soul, and the sign of Pisces, the ocean of the collective unconscious. To cross the portal consciously, we must first understand its guardians and the nature of the realm they open for us. The first guardian of the portal is the moon itself. In astrology, the moon is much more than a satellite orbiting our planet. She is our emotional body. She is the part of us that feels, that nurtures, that cares, that remembers. If the sun is our conscious identity, our self that we show to the world in broad daylight, the moon is our private self, our heart, our inner child, the part of us that only reveals itself in the intimacy and safety of the night. The moon does not operate by the logic of Mercury. She operates by sensation, by memory, by intuition. She is our personal portal to the world of feelings, absorbing and reflecting the energy of the environment she is in, just as her surface reflects the light of the sun. Think of the moon as a sacred chalice. Her primary function is to receive. She does not generate her own light. She reflects it. In the same way, our emotional body does not create feelings out of thin air. It responds. It reflects. It is the sacred vessel for the experience of life. The health of our inner moon determines our ability to feel, to nurture ourselves and others, and to connect intimately. Now, Imagine the realm that this emotional chalice is about to enter. It is the most vast, mysterious, and ancient of the entire zodiac, the realm of Pisces. Pisces is the 12th and final sign, the end of the zodiacal journey. As such, it contains the memory, the wisdom, and the lessons of all 11 signs that came before it. If the other signs are rivers, lakes, and islands, Pisces is the primordial ocean itself, from which all life emerged and to which all life returns. It is the great ocean of the collective unconscious. Imagine an endless ocean illuminated by a soft, diffuse light where there are no borders, no separation. It is a place of unity where the emotions, dreams, memories, and archetypes of all humanity mix into a single consciousness. This is the realm of Pisces, ruled by Neptune, the god of the seas, of dreams, of spirituality, and of dissolution. The energy of Pisces dissolves the ego, logical barriers, the separation between I and other. It is the energy of universal compassion, of art that transports us, of music that makes us cry without knowing why, and of the mystical connection with the divine. It is the portal to the invisible. But like any ocean, Pisces has its dark depths and its dangerous currents. It is also the realm of illusion, escapism, confusion, melancholy, and sacrifice. To navigate its waters without a map or an anchor can lead to losing oneself, to drowning in feelings that are not your own, to confusing pity with love and fantasy with reality. What happens then when the moon, our emotional chalice, dives into the waters of Pisces as it will do tomorrow? A homecoming occurs. The moon, being a watery, feminine, and receptive energy, feels perfectly at home in the ocean of Pisces. The barriers of our personal subconscious temporarily dissolve, and for a period of 2.5 days, we gain direct and unfiltered access to the ocean of the collective unconscious. This is why we call it a portal. It is an alignment that opens a door between worlds. Our personal intuition, moon, merges with universal intuition, Pisces. Our private dreams, moon, connect with the great repository of humanity's myths, archetypes, and symbols, Pisces. Our capacity to feel, moon, expands to feel the unity of all life, Pisces. This transit is our monthly chance to fish for wisdom, healing, and inspiration directly from the source of all creation. Understanding this sacred architecture is to understand the power that is at your disposal in the coming days. It is not just about feeling more emotional. It is about having privileged access to the library of the soul, to the oracle of your heart. But knowledge, for the energy of Pisces, is useless without experience. Theory is not enough. To truly receive the gifts of this portal, it is not enough to understand it. You must dive in, and that is exactly what we will do next. And so, I invite you now, not to learn more, but to feel. What follows is not a class. It is a practice. It is a guided dive into the ocean of your soul. If you are in a safe place and can close your eyes for a few minutes, I invite you to take this journey with me. If not, just listen with your heart and allow your imagination to guide you. Let's cross the portal together. The first phase, preparation of the waters. Before entering a temple, we cleanse and prepare ourselves. We will do the same now. Sit or lie down as comfortably as possible. Release your shoulders, relax your jaw, unlock your knees. Allow your body to feel heavy and safe. Now, take 3 deep, slow breaths. On the first inhalation, draw in all the air you can, and as you exhale through your mouth, release all the physical tension from your day. Feel your muscles relaxing. On the second inhalation, pull into yourself all the worries, the to-do lists, the mental noise. And as you exhale, release it all, watching these worries dissolve like smoke. On the third and final inhalation, breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, release the need to control this experience. Your only task now is to feel, to receive, and to trust. If you have a glass of water nearby, place it beside you. It will be your anchor, a symbol of the ocean you are about to visit. Now, place a hand on your heart and set a silent intention. It could be, I open myself to my intuition. I ask for emotional healing. Or simply, show me what I need to see. With the intention set, the preparation is complete. The portal is before you. The second phase, immersion in the waters of the soul. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine, with all your senses, that you are standing at the edge of a tranquil ocean at night. The sky is full of stars, and a bright moon illuminates the surface of the water with a path of silver light. The air is calm. You feel the warm sand beneath your feet. You take a step toward the water, and it is at a perfect temperature, warm, welcoming. You continue walking, and instead of swimming, you realize you can simply continue to descend as if in a gentle elevator. You sink, and the pressure is pleasant. You discover you can breathe this luminous water as if it were air. You descend, passing through schools of light fish, which are like passing thoughts. You observe them, but do not cling to them. You continue to descend into the silent, peaceful depths of your own being. Finally, you reach the bottom of your personal ocean. It is a place of silence and peace. In front of you, you see a large door made of luminescent coral and pearls. This is the entrance to your deepest subconscious, to your inner temple. You reach out and touch the door. It opens smoothly, effortlessly. Inside, you find your intuitive guide. It may take the form of a power animal, a whale, a dolphin, a turtle. It may be a wise figure, an ancestor, or it may be just a presence, a warm and loving sphere of light. Do not judge the form it takes, just receive it with gratitude. Before your guide, in silence, ask your question or make your request. What do I need to know now? What is the next step in my healing? Or simply open your heart and ask, show me what I need to see. And then be silent. Just observe. Do not expect an answer in words. An image may appear in your mind, a symbol, a color, a forgotten memory. A word may echo in your consciousness, or perhaps you will not see or hear anything, but feel an overwhelming emotion, a wave of sadness to be released, or a wave of peace that fills your entire being. Do not try to analyze, just witness, just receive. This is your treasure, your pearl from the depths. Thank your guide for the message, whatever it may be, and slowly begin to ascend back to the surface, bringing the image, the word, or the feeling with you. Feel yourself rising, until you emerge again on the surface, under the moonlight, feeling renewed and carrying something precious. The third phase. Crystallization of the treasure. Before opening your eyes completely, take a deep breath. Now, open your eyes slowly. Before you move, before you return to the logic of the world, take your journal. Do not try to interpret or understand what you experienced with your rational mind. Just record it. Draw the image you saw. Write the word you heard. Describe the feeling that filled you. The purpose of this phase is not analysis, but crystallization. It is to bring the treasure from the world of dreams into the world of matter, so that it does not dissolve and get lost like most dreams. Honor what you received, even if it doesn't make sense right now. This dive is a practice you can repeat over the next few days whenever you feel the call of the portal. It is your way of actively fishing in the ocean of your soul. And the wisdom you fish for, the treasures you bring from the depths, become the jewels that adorn your soul. The proof that you are not just a traveler of the material world, but a conscious explorer of the invisible realms. And that is the true transformation. This is the true transformation. It is not a noisy or external change that you can show to the world like a trophy. It is a silent, inner revolution. The gift of this moon in Pisces portal is not an achievement one can display like the buck's antlers. It is a cleansing. It is a purification. It is a reconciliation with the deepest and wisest parts of yourself. Imagine your soul as a lake that, over time, has accumulated debris, the fallen leaves of hurts, the dust of disappointments, making its waters murky and difficult to see through. The dive you took, the permission you gave yourself to feel, to dream, and to release, was like a sacred, purifying rain that cleans this lake. The water is now crystal clear. You can see the bottom again. You can see your own truth with a clarity that does not depend on the mind, but on the heart. The power you take from this journey is the reconnection with your inner compass, your intuition. For a long time, in a world that overvalues logic and data, we may have been taught to distrust this silent voice, to dismiss our gut feelings as imagination or nonsense. Many will continue to navigate their lives looking only at external maps, at the opinions of others, at what is considered rational, ignoring the ocean of wisdom that exists within them. But you, by doing this work, by crossing this portal, have reaffirmed your trust in your own inner guide. You have remembered that the most important answers to your heart's questions are never out there. They have always been whispering inside you, waiting for the silence to be heard. If this journey of diving and healing has resonated with your soul, honor this connection. Anchor the energy of your intuition by liking this video, and to declare to the universe your decision to honor your inner voice above all others, go to the comment section and affirm your new alliance with your wisdom. Write the words, "I trust." It is a decree of personal power. It is your promise that from today on, you will listen to yourself first. Read the declarations of other souls who are also reconnecting and feel the strength of not being alone on this intuitive journey. And share this transmission with all the sensitive souls you know who may be feeling overwhelmed and who need to be reminded that their sensitivity is, in fact, a superpower. Finally, subscribe, because the soul's journey has its cycles. After the dive and the reception of wisdom comes the time for action. The Pisces portal is for receiving the map. Soon, the moon will enter the sign of Aries, the sign of the warrior, the pioneer of fiery action. The energy is about to shift from feeling to action. The real question is, what will you do with the wisdom you've pulled from the depths? In our next transmission, we'll explore how to turn intuition into bold, fearless steps. You won't want to miss it. Always remember, the world may teach you how to think, but only your soul knows how to feel.